Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you all are keeping really cool. You are doing great and you all are fit, fine and healthy by the grace of Almighty Allah. We all know 2020 has been an eventful year for everyone around the world because of COVID-19. Still, we are passing very crucial time. So dear students, don't ignore the rules of health. Today I'm going to discuss various form of verbs and types of auxiliary verb. This is very important lesson because it is the foundation for right form of verbs. That is one of the main pillars for learning English properly. So in my next class, I'll discuss the rules of right form of verbs. So dear students, listen to this class very carefully so that you can understand the next class. Before beginning today's class, let me introduce myself to you first. I'm Muhammad Mainul Islam, Assistant Teacher in English from Kishoblal High School, Bhandaria, Prujpur. So dear students, take pen and paper and if you find anything new, must write down. So without any further ado, let's get started. Some forms of verb have been written on the board. So look at the board. Number 1, base form or root form. We can also call V1 form. For example, eat, go. Number 2, first form. We can also call V2 form. For example, ate, went. Number 3, past participle form. V3. For example, eaten, gone. Number 4, present participle form. V1 plus ing. For example, eating, going. Number 5, third person singular number form. S or es or ies. For example, eats, eats, goes. Number 6, infinitive form. To plus V1. For example, to eat, to go. Now let's discuss various types of auxiliary verb. First of all, what is auxiliary verb? The verb which helps main verb to complete the meaning of the sentence is called an auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verbs are two types. Look at the board again. Number 1, primary auxiliary. Number 2, modal auxiliary. Primary auxiliary verb can play two roles. Number 1, helping the main verb. Number 2, completing the meaning on their own. Primary auxiliary verbs are three types. Look at the board again. Number 1, to be verbs. For example, am, is, are, was, were, shall be, will be, have been, has been, had been, shall have been, will have been. Number 2, to have verbs. Have, has, had, shall have, will have. Number 3, to do verbs. Do, does, did. Now let's talk about modal auxiliary verbs. Firstly, what is modal auxiliary verbs? Simply the verbs which work according to the mode of the subject is called modal auxiliary verb. Modal verbs add information to other verbs. That's their job. Some important modal auxiliary verbs are written on the board. Look at the board again. Can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must. So dear students, that's all for today. Stay safe, stay well.